Hello to everyone and welcome to our new video analysis. Now, if you're watching this on TradingView or maybe even on YouTube, I just have to remind you that we are again, we'll launch a new live webinar on Monday at 14 GMT. So below this video, you can find a link to this scheduled webinar. We had two of them over the last 2 weeks, and it was very good response. So I will try to keep this ongoing. So make sure to save this link. Make sure to keep an eye on those notifications. Okay. Now, what we will talk about on Monday, I will go more into details on cryptocurrencies. I could be looking also and checking some of the altcoins as well. So if you're trading altcoins and not only focus on Bitcoin, make sure to join us. Keep in mind that cryptocurrencies will move, but it will depend what the US dollar will do, and on the first place, what the Fed will do. And if you take a look here on the US dollar index, we can clearly see that there was a very nice impulsive turn. We have been tracking this for the last few months, and so far it looks like that we have these 5 waves down. So it means that whenever you have this 5 wave fall from a new high, okay, or for our 5 wave rise from a new low, you can expect that this trend will resume after any pullbacks. So I think that the next pullback could be quite interesting. I'm not really sure if we'll see it from here, from around 100, but clearly that's a very important also psychological level. At the same time, we see euro moving into this very strong resistance around 1.10 level. Also, large speculators are heavily long on the euro. So we could be slowing down there for a moment for a pullback, and then eventually we could see more dollar weakness. And as you know, if that would be the case, then obviously then obviously Bitcoin could see more upside. In fact, we have seen a very nice break above that trend line here recently, and now we are trying to accelerate, still somehow chopping around this $21,000. But I'm quite optimistic looking forward because we also have this Coinbase trying to form a base here after this broken trend line. So I think that even if just there will be only a short-term recovery on cryptocurrencies, I think that there is room for more upside. Of course, let's not forget on the Nasdaq 100. Keep in mind that the U.S. stock market obviously is still in bearish trend, but I think that we could be approaching some very interesting lows. I think that this year stocks could be much higher. We have already seen a very nice push to the upside on German DAX, and the Fed, if really is going to stop the hiking rates, then I think the stocks will stabilize and we'll see more upside because jobs are still doing quite well in the US. Of course, we have seen some consumers figures from this week coming slightly lower, so there are some fears that we could be headed into the recession. But that's why I think that Fed could be even faster with potential limit of hiking rates. So if that would be the case, I would not be surprised if actually stocks will turn to the upside, and Nasdaq 100 is actually showing some very nice, beautiful pattern. Of course, we could still see a new low here to complete this ending diagonal of this 3 wave drop that I'm tracking from that high. And if that would be the case, of course, we know that we could see a massive and very interesting reversal. But as I said, maybe there will be another print of the low here. So this is something that we should be aware of. If that will really happen, then of course cryptocurrencies will see a pullback as well. But I think this could be then later on just a very good maybe opportunity to join or track some of them on the long side. Also, when it comes to stocks and the FX, I really think that in 2023 commodity currencies could do very well. I have here a New Zealand dollar. It has a very nice and beautiful 5 waves up, and I think that we could be now here in a corrective stage. Somehow this kiwi has a issues to break above that August highs. And as you know, more tests of the important resistance we see more powerful can be a breakout when really we see a breakout. For now, that's still not the case. If I switch to these candles, you can actually see that we have only spikes above that level, not really a daily close. So daily, weekly close could provide some very interesting break to the upside. But before this may happen, I still think that there can be some deeper pullback here for an ABC drop. Ideally, that's going to be a flat correction. So if you see 63.20 broken, then watch out for support around 60.80, 160 around there at the former wave A as well. So that's the area from where I would actually be looking for some longer term longs here on this kiwi. Since I mentioned stocks, if we add Dow Jones here uh, to this market, you can actually see. Let me make this blue. You can actually see a very tight correlation with this one, and I also think that Dow Jones is also in a wave C here. So if I hide this kiwi to just give you the perspective, so I will delete this and this. You can also see that here we could be in this corrective pullback as well, and we maybe recently completed this wave B and we are headed into wave C. So when your stock market would potentially maybe stabilize after this current sell-off that we are seeing, I think for now there is room for more upside. Downside, I think that that's when commodity currencies could be very attractive on the long side. So this will be something that I will talk about on Monday in our free webinar. Either you will be watching it here on TradingView, so make sure to look for that link. Also, Elliott Wave Live is called the webinar, or if you will watch this on YouTube, no problem, we will stream there directly from the TradingView. Traders, thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you enjoyed this video. So talk to you on Monday. Bye.